is Lori Bradley, and I am here in St. Louis, Missouri for my 31 Projects in 31 Days series. I'm a little out of control. I mentioned doing it on one of my Facebook Lives a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, what better time than October? So if you are joining me today for the first time, today is day 3, so make sure you go back and watch days 1 and 2. Each day I'm going to give you a simple project. Most of the time it'll be cards, but I do have a great gift card holder lined up for you. Not today. It'll probably be a video because I'll be unavailable on Saturday. But today I'm going to show you a card using the Autumn Expressions Designer Series paper. And actually it's the Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper that goes with the Splendid Autumn suite. It is going to be my card club focus this month. Today I'm not going to show you the stamp set because the card that I'm using doesn't exactly, I needed a small narrow stamp, and so the stamp is not narrow. So I'm not going to use the stamp set that goes with the bundle. You'll have to stick around for Card Club if you'd like to see that. And if you're interested in Card Club, I will post the link for that. Each month we have, we pick a bundle and we focus on that bundle and the things that are in it. And this month, the Designer Series paper, the faux glass gems, and some ribbon are going to be our highlights. I will tell you that sometimes I don't always pick, or my ladies don't always pick, or I have a request for something that's not my thing. And I'm a brights kind of girl, and that's okay. We are using fall colors. I am outside my box, so let's get to it. I'm going to show you just a simple card that showcases this really pretty Designer Series paper. I'm going to show you the Designer Series paper first, and then we'll make our card. I have a couple of other samples so you can see the colors in the paper. So let me flip my camera around, and we'll get going. All right, so you can see on my desk, I have some of the Designer Series paper, the Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper. There's 12 different patterns, as there are in most Designer Series papers. Love this one. This one's probably my favorite. So I'm not going to show you this one today. I'm holding this one out for Card Club for one of my Card Club projects. And then we have several other beautiful fall color patterns. So, and this one, who would have thought that a light purple would be a fall, but here we are. So one of my ladies, like I said, requested using this for one more month of fall for Card Club. So after that, we are going to hit Christmas and be holly and jolly and all of that stuff. So here's the Designer Series paper that we are focusing on today. And then the backs are just, they're not solid, but they're solid shades of the various colors that are in here. So let's set that aside. Oops, I just knocked my tape off the table. I'm going to show you our card today, and I made 2 different colors, and like I said, we're going to use most of a sheet of cards of the Designer Series paper for each of the cards, and I'm going to show you a little bit different on each one just so you can see. The stamp set that goes with the suite this month is called Autumn Expressions, and they're kind of wide. The stamps are wide, and I needed something that would fit on a 2-inch little strip. So I chose Courage and Faith, which is one of the $1 Million design stamp sets by Natalie Travis, and it's this one. I just, like I said, needed a narrow stamp set. You could use any narrow stamp set that you have. Hi Monica, thanks for joining me. But the card that I'm actually going to make today, we are going to make it a sympathy card, and where there is heartache, there is healing, and that one fits on our panel. So I have, this one is a crushed curry base. This one is a mossy meadow base, and actually my card that I've cut for you is also a mossy meadow. Mossy meadow pretty much matches any of the patterns of the Designer Series paper. And of course I left my trimmer on the other table. You all will be happy to know that there is no ribbon on today's card, so you don't have to watch that struggle. Thank goodness. All right, so I have my Mossy Meadow card base, and I'm going to score it. Actually, I'm going to do it this way so I can actually read my numbers. And I'm going to score it at 2 1/8. Remember to score, not to cut. The scoring blade is the lighter shade. And then 4 1/4. Hi Pam, thanks for joining me. All right, so I've got my 2 score lines. Then I'm going to take my designer series paper, and we're going to use all but 3/4 of an inch of this paper. So I'm going to turn it. I think when I cut it off, I think I'm just going to cut off some of the sky. And I'm going to do it this way. And I've done all of these just yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll cut it that way. And that is all of a 6x6 piece of paper that we are not going to use today. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to take these. So now it's 6 inches by 5 1/4. And maybe you can see where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to cut 3 pieces. There's a 2-inch piece. There's a 2-inch piece. And that leaves another 2-inch piece. And you want to make sure, this one you can tell that they're kind of, they don't go in any other order. But you want to keep them in order because you're going to put your panels in there, and so the picture is going to flow across your card. So we have our score lines. And I've been asked before, which way do you fold? And if the indentation is down, if your scoring blade has gone here, that is, you don't want to fall into the ditch. So that's the ditch. So you don't want to go that way. You want to go away from that, because when you used your scoring tool to score that, that weakened those fibers, and it makes it easier to fold the other way. So I'm going to fold it like that. And then this one is, this one actually, we will fold. I probably should have turned my paper over. It's going to be like this. Okay. But I'm going to do this one a little bit different. This one, I did the words on the outside. If we did this pattern, we'd probably need to put a panel of white on the back just so you have some place to write, because so you don't have to write your name and it show from the front. This one gives you a little piece to sign your name right here on this panel. And I don't know about you, but I don't like to write a whole lot on the inside of cards, so as little of a place as possible is perfect. This one I'm going to do a little bit different, and I'm going to do a whole panel. So I'm going to put this panel on the front, glue that one there, and I'm going to attempt something, and if it doesn't work, we'll have to cut a new piece of paper. This one here, I'm going to use a whole panel of white for the next piece, and I'm actually going to stamp on this piece, on the blue sky. So wish me luck. I'm not going to glue anything down until after I stamp this piece right here. My paper is all crooked. All right, so I've got my Mossy Meadow ink, and I just re-inked it because it was very pale. So I just chose from the Everyday Greetings, where there is heartache, let there be healing. And I think that fall is a beautiful sympathy type card thing. So I'm going to stand up so I can actually see. I'm just going to stamp that on the clouds, just where it's kind of light, where I can see. If that doesn't work, we're in trouble. All right, so we've got our words. Thank goodness. So now I'm going to use my liquid glue, and I'm going to put that together. This one doesn't matter, but the designer series paper, we want to use the liquid glue. All right. This was not my original card for today. I actually had a different thing planned, and it was going to be Christmas, but I thought, no, we're going to show things for Card Club this month. I'm not sure that we will make this particular card, but we will be using this paper. So I thought, let's showcase this because it is beautiful. And I've noticed that paper might be just a smidgen larger than 6 inches, so be careful with that. You could also flip-flop and use one of the other patterns if you want. Probably wouldn't do that in the middle section because then it'll be interrupted. Your pattern will be interrupted. My husband almost just got in trouble. He came out of the office. I shut him in there because he was on a call and he was loud. And he just came through and I thought, if he opens the ice maker, I'm going to dig his tail. But he didn't. He realized I was talking. All right, now I'm going to put my white panel. I still have my paper copy. I'm going to put my panel here so that you can write a little more. If your name is Elizabeth, you have to write small, but if your name is Pam, then that's super easy to sign your name in the small section. And I'm just going to do that. I'm just lining these up and leaving a little rim, a little mat around the outside edge. And we're just going across our card. I love cards that are, 10 minutes or less. If I hadn't talked at the beginning, we would only have, 10 minutes probably total. So now your seam carries across to there. So when you fold it, your card will look like this. It's a Z, you can see, or an S depending on which angle you are. And then let's add some of these really pretty faux glass dots. The faux glass dots match the suite. And so we have Cajun Craze. Actually, I think this one's copper. I'm not sure which is Cajun Craze and which is copper clay, but one of the two. Copper clay, Cajun Craze, Misty Moonlight, and Wild Wheat. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and use, I think, Mossy Meadow. Just because. And I'm going to put those on this side. So that way it's in the part where the things are thicker. The fold is thick, so it won't cause any grief on your card. And there we have it. So we've got this fun little fold with the front. We could do this so many different ways, like I said. And I do not use the stamp set that matches the designer series paper, so keep that in mind. We're going to use that for club. Put your piece here, put the words on it. This one we stamped on the designer series paper, and then this one I stamped on the right hand side with the panel. Quick and easy. There you have it. That is project number 3. Now, I promised in my email for my people on my email list that there'd be some giveaways. So if you're watching this video and you share it on your personal page, in a stamp group, in a craft group that you're in, I will enter you for a drawing, and it will be the peppermint dots that just became available again. They came back early off of back order. And so if you do that by tomorrow's Friday, by Saturday, and just comment in the thing shared so that I know you did it, because Facebook doesn't notify me, then I will draw for a winner. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I will show you another project. And if you are watching the replay on Facebook or YouTube, thanks for watching. So like I said, today is project number 3 of 31. So I will see you tomorrow for project number 4. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.